It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is Deep Purple with Child in Time. No,
that was good.
You like that?
Yeah. I mean, I was saying in the chat room, Purple's one of those bands that I just missed the boat on.
Yeah.
You know, I like them. Everything I hear, I like, but I just came into the band too late.
Yeah.
You know, the first album I ever owned was Perfect Strangers.
Sure.
And you know how it goes when you discover a band, dude. You almost never like the stuff before what you discovered. You know, I mean, sometimes you do, but most times you don't. And most times you don't go backwards and buy the whole back catalog. And I was like that with Deep Purple. The first thing I heard was Perfect Strangers, and you know that came out in 84.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And I was much more of a hair metal douchebag at the time, so you know I was much more inclined to buy every Motley Crue knockoff that came out at that exact same time than I was to going back and pick it up, In Purple or Burn or any of those records. It's just the way it was.
Yeah, I agree. I'm kind of the same way. I kind of got into Deep Purple at about that same time as well.
Okay.
When Richie Blackmore rejoined the band.
Right.
And they, that was the big deal was that Richie Blackmore was back after, leaving the band for X amount of years. And
right.
They came out and became kind of more of a commercial band because they were capitalizing on the whole MTV thing.
Yep, I remember.
So even though they were, formed in the 60s, here they are having MTV play in the 80s.
Yep, and I remember everybody was horrified by knocking at your back door.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man, that's they're talking about anal sex.
Yeah. Meanwhile, now you can't find a fucking porn video where a chick's not getting railed in the ass now.
Yeah, well, that was the big taboo.
Yeah, it was.
And I guess it still is to some degree.
What degree?
To some people, in real life.
Oh.
I'm not talking about movies and stuff. I'm talking about real life.
Oh, well, in real life is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But certainly there's no shock at all to seeing anal sex anymore.
No.
I mean, it's fucking everywhere.
Not at all.
Just look at an old Tim James home movie.
Well, I got our good friend the Demon in the chat room. She wanted to be, she submitted some stuff for us to kind of review.
Okay.
And being that this is the Classic Metal Show, this is a music-related thing.
Okay.
Earnings and attendance from Machine Head Behemoth, GWAR, down, Power Man 5000, etc. shows.
Okay.
Let's see here. The money that these bands are getting are just not there anymore.
What now? This is what they're earning, or what they're bringing to the club?
What they're earning, I think.
Okay.
I'm trying to see how this is. See where the money is here. I'm trying to see what they're doing here exactly. The way that this website is laid out doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Well, I know Machine Head is selling out pretty much every show for about $25 to $30 a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So you do the math real quick. If it's, let's see, if there's 1,000 people at $30 a ticket, that's what, $30,000.
So which band are you talking about?
Machine Head.
Okay, Machine Head. I got this right here.
Are they at $30,000?
Machine Head. The venue is in San Francisco. It's the Regency Center Grand Ballroom.
Mm-hmm.
February 21st of this year.
Okay.
Gross sales $42,513.
Okay, so that's what they're bringing to the club.
Right. Ticket prices were $32.29.50.
Okay.
Attendance capacity is 1,424. So that's what they played. They sold out, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That sounds about right.
Let's see here. Who
probably made $10,000 themselves.
Yeah, it could be. Let's see. Black Label Society. Black Label Society, Hate Breed, and Butcher Babies. They played at the...
Hold on. Tell me how many... Let me see if I can guess these. How many seats?
The place holds 1,420.
I'm going to say they sold 700 seats.
They did actually better than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
1,008.
Wow. Okay.
They played at the Knitting Factory in L.A.
Okay.
The gross sales were $29,520. And the ticket prices range from $33 and $29.
That show lost money, then it had to. Because you got to think that Zach gets 10, right? Just Zach.
Oh, I would think so, yeah.
I would think Black Label Society probably gets 15,000. Hatebreed's got to get 10. Who's the other band?
Butcher Babies.
They got to get, what, $200-300?
Maybe 1,000.
Maybe, probably a little more now. I bet they get about 3,000.
Yeah.
So, what is that? 10, 25, 28,000 it would take to bring that show.
Hell yeah.
Ugh, terrible band.
Devour the Day and Like a Storm.
Wow, is that a shit show? All right.
They also played at the Knitting Factory with the capacity of 1,420.
480.
Be surprised.
More?
872.
A lot of dumb people.
So they grossed 18,594.
They probably made a little money. The club probably made some money on
the
that.
The ticket prices on this was $21 and $23. So probably 21 pre-sale and 23 at the door.
So the question really becomes, would you pay $20 to see Vinny from Pantera?
No, personally, no.
No, I'm just saying that's what people have to decide. Because nobody likes the Hell Yeah band. I don't know anybody that likes that band.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Who is playing with GWAR these days now that Dave Brocky's gone?
They brought in that chick. The new singer's a chick.
Okay, I didn't know this.
Yeah, they brought in a chick, and she's got big fake tits that squirt blood into the crowd.
Okay, I was not aware of this. I have not paid a whole lot of attention.
Yeah, but they're trying to go forward without Brocky.
Okay.
And, I actually think it'll probably work. It'll be different, but as long as it's still kind of the same, squirting shit all over people and acting ridiculous, I'll bet it'll be okay. Fans aren't going to care. It's not like GWAR was like the sonic excellence of a band.
No, they weren't, but I know that their persona with, their with their creature names.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't know Odorous Orungus?
Yeah, clearly Odorous was the guy. But if you've never seen a GWAR show, have you?
Not personally, no.
It really is about the experience. And admittedly, Odorous was funny as fuck on the stage. And that girl better bring her own version of funny or else it's going to fail fast. But Odorous was funny, but it was truly an experience of a show. More than a concert, it was an experience. So I would think that the fans of the band, who are really hardcore anyway, they'll give it a chance. And if it's even remotely funny, they'll keep going.
Sure.
I would think.
Well, it was GWAR, Corrosion of Conformity, and American Sharks.
All right, well, I have no idea who American Sharks are.
Well, they also played that Knitting Factory.
COC, that's without Pepper.
I thought he was back with them.
Only for limited shows, and they're headlining those shows.
Okay.
So I'm thinking not the Pepper one. So that's a 1,400-seater?
1,420.
And GWAR's the headliner?
GWAR, Corrosion of Conformity, and American Sharks.
1,200 sold. Less?
596.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Gross sales 11,364.
Oh, they lost their ass bad on that show.
Tickets were $18 pre-sale, 21 at the door.
Oh boy, and GWAR has like 900 people in the band, so they got to be making $20K. They got to be making $20K. COC's got to be making 5 to 8. And American Sharks, I guess they probably pay to play. So maybe with American Sharks paying to get on the bill, maybe that paid them.
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Our good friends Steel Panther.
Okay.
Playing in Reno, Washington, also at the Knitting Factory.
All right.
What do you think? The place holds 1,165.
Sold out? No. Where's this? Washington State?
This is Reno, Washington.
Reno, Washington. I'm going to say 1,100 tickets sold.
Giving them way too much credit.
Really?
Yep.
And they sold out here. They sold out the Roxino. That's 2,400 tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Really? 500?
Not even.
Not even 500?
423.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. 9,657 is what they grossed.
Wow.
This is what I don't get. For Steel Panther, tickets were $2,150 and $38.
That's about what they were here.
38, really?
Yeah, they were about that.
Wow.
Man, 400 tickets though. Oof.
GWAR, Decapitated, and American Sharks.
All right, let's see.
The venue again is the Knitting Factory in Reno, Washington.
600.
Not even.
Really? Wow.
437.
Oh my God, man! It sounds like that Knitting Factory in Washington doesn't draw dick.
Yeah, 8,878 was the gross sales. Tickets, get this, were 20 and 43.
Oof.
43.
$43 is a bit much to see GWAR, Decapitated, and what was the other one?
American Sharks. Yeah.
I don't know who that even is.
I don't either.
Okay.
Living Color.
All right.
They played at a place in St. Petersburg, Florida called the State Theater.
Okay.
The place holds 705.
310.
Wow, you're close. 368.
Wow.
Tickets were $25.
All right. I'd go see that.
$8,254.
See, the problem with Living Color is most people don't know that they had even a second song.
True.
Yeah, most people only know the Cult of Personality.
Yeah, well, that's the only big radio hit that they had.
I mean, did they even have minor hits after that? Wasn't Time's Up maybe minor hit?
I can't, to be honest with you, I can't name any. I don't know because I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, see, I liked them. I always found them to be interesting, but that's why I know, like, to me, my favorite album was Stain, and that clearly was not the Cult of Personality album, but yeah, I think most people have no idea about anything with those guys.
Mm-hmm. All right, Power Man 5000.
Yeah, the guy that hates you.
Yeah, along with Head PE.
Still my favorite thing ever. When he said, "Oh, you fucked up my band's name and my name."
Yeah, I don't know why he was so adamant about that. I guess
he just was being a dick.
I know. Spider.
It's not Power Men, it's Power Man.
Yeah. I was saying Power Man the whole time, but he thought I was saying men.
I know.
It's like, what the hell, dude? I know it's Power Man.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Power Man.
Yeah.
Too funny. All right, so it's Head PE and Power Man 5000.
The venue is Reno, Nevada, at the Knitting Factory. I guess it's a chain now, Knitting Factory, but the place holds 715 people.
138.
Well, they did a lot better than that.
Really?
Yeah. 316.
Wow. Not much better.
They cleared $4,810.
Two bands drawing 300 people. Doesn't that tell you it's time to stop?
I suppose. I mean, these guys weren't like, headliners or anything ever.
No, Power Man, Head PE, I think, actually had more success than Power Man.
Mm-hmm.
Or Power Men, as you like to call them.
Right. Drowning Pool, Like a Storm, A Breach of Silence, and Red Tide Rising.
4 bad bands.
playing in Boise, Idaho, again at the chain, the Knitting Factory.
And who's the headliner? Drowning Pool?
Drowning Pool is the headliner, and the place holds 1,000 people.
So Drowning Pool on their 5th lead singer, I think. It's either their 4th or their 5th. Literally, they've gone through 4 or 5 singers. And then Red Tide Rising is barely average. Who are the other 2 bands?
Like a Storm.
Mm-hmm. Don't know.
A Breach of Silence.
Yeah, a screechy band. 245.
Cut that in half.
120?
114 people.
Holy shit. Now tell me that doesn't tell you to break up.
$1,910 gross.
Does that not tell you to stop?
Yeah. Ticket prices were $11 and $33.
So $11 tickets and you couldn't pull more than 100 people.
Yep. 114 people.
I know local bands that could pull 100 people at $11 a ticket.
Yeah. Gallon.
God damn, dude. That's fucking, that's where you got to just say, all right, it's over.
Yeah.
Let the body hit the floor, as they say.
Sure. Let's see if there's anybody else of note here worth mentioning.
I like Drowning Pool is still out there as a headliner. That's funny.
Yeah, I think that's about the only ones worth mentioning right there.
Well, basically what I got out of that is that bands can't sell tickets right now.
No, for whatever reason, it's just not happening.
Well, none of those shows were very good, though. Really. I mean, none of those were, they're for the cost. See, this is where I think the promoters have it all wrong. The promoters, they just think that now that they've established a price line of $70, $80, $90 more for a good ticket, that people are going to accept paying $35 for a shit show.
Yeah.
And it's just not the case. Obviously these shows prove it. All these shows, except for that fucking Drowning Pool thing, were like $35 a ticket.
Sure.
And none of them did any business because none of them are worth that. Maybe Machine Head. Machine Head is still a fairly relevant band, but all the rest of those bands that you listed are either new bands that no one's heard of that are buying onto these tours, or they're shit bands that are already over and never really were. Drowning Pool? Really? GWAR without their singer? Really? I mean, come on. What are they thinking? Tickets should be $10 each.
I agree.
But no.